Well, hey y'all, this is Mrs. Sharp, and today we are going to jump ahead a little bit and go on to learning target 6.5 because we've been talking about it a little bit already, so I figured it's time to nail it down in your notes. I'm missing you today, but I should be back soon. Don't forget your learning target 6.1 is coming up. Moving that to Wednesday. I know I'm breaking your heart there, but learning target 6.1 will take place on Wednesday. Here we go. Today we're going to learn some nomenclature for covalent compounds. So we're going to name any covalent compound using the rules we discussed in class, or given a name for a covalent compound, writing the formula. So again, you can find this in chapter 8. The section is listed there in your notes. So 6.5, here we go. How are covalent compounds named? Well, the only type of covalent compounds that we are going to name in this class for this year are going to be binary covalent compounds, which means we just have two types of elements which are both nonmetals. So we would have two nonmetals together. You know this is how we figure out if something is a covalent compound. Usually it will go less electronegative first, just like our cation went first. Our least electronegative atom will go first. Here are the rules. Number 1, use the prefix on the first element. Your prefixes are listed here, and they are also listed on the board. I know that they came out a little bit funny, but I would recommend that today, either now or when these notes are over, that you would copy these down into your, or onto your periodic table so that you have them, but you will never not have them. So I even put them on the board for you if you were to have a quiz, an LTA, or a test. So these are your prefixes. They come before just to tell you how many. Number 2, you would use the prefix on the second element, but you're going to change the ending to IDE. So it's going to end in "ide", just like the names of our ionic compounds either ended in "ide", "ite", or "ate". So in this case, for covalent compounds, they are all going to end in "ide". So if you need more time writing that down, ask Mr. Lewis to nicely there pause the screen so you can finish up. There is an exception to the rule that we just talked about, to the rules that we just talked about, and that is if the first element is mono, then we never write mono on the first element's name. So CO2 is not monocarbon dioxide, even though you only have one carbon. It's just carbon dioxide. So that mono prefix gets dropped. Now the di prefix does not get dropped. If you were to have something like N2O, we would call this dinitrogen monox, and not monoxygen. There should be an N, monoxide. So notice how the name of the first element stays the same. We just put a prefix on it unless it's mono. The name of the second element always has a prefix and ends in "ide". So let's do a couple of these here. N2O5 we have as dinitrogen pentoxide. Notice dinitrogen, and then pent for 5, so 2 nitrogens, 5 oxygens, and ends in "ide". We have trioxygen heptafluoride, so again 3 oxygens, 7 fluorines, and the name ends in "ide". And then we have water is actually dihydrogen monoxide. So let's go back and I'll give you a few more to practice here. So let's put these in your notes. Okay, I'm going to have Mr. Lewis pause the screen here, and without talking to anybody else, I want you to write down what you think the name of this compound is, and then we'll have Mr. Lewis press play and we'll see if you were right. Did you get diarsenic trioxide? Of course you did. Good job. Okay, try that one. Did you get phosphorus pentachloride? Good. So the rules for writing the formulas for and for writing the names for covalent compounds are really, really easy as long as you keep track of knowing what the rules are and keeping track of the exceptions as well. Sorry, I'm having trouble talking. It was lovely to be with you today, even if it was just in spirit. Have a great one. See you later. Bye.